Hey friends. So I was at this event in Long Beach, California. You know, where you expect to see muscle cars, vape clouds, and dudes selling crypto out of the trunks of their Teslas. And instead, what do we get? A tiny electric pickup truck that looks like it rolled straight out of a Minecraft mod pack. It's called the Slate, backed by none other than Jeff Bezos, because apparently space wasn't quirky enough for him. Now he wants to mess with trucks too. But I gotta say, this thing's actually kind of a banger. It's small, simple, and the name Slate makes sense because it really is a blank slate. You can customize the hell out of it with over 100 accessories. Want to turn it into a 5-seater SUV? Done. Want to slap on rally lights, a tent rack, and a paint job that looks like a 1970s surf van? You got it. It's like Lego, but for adults with commitment issues. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to subscribe to Technomaniacs so we can keep roasting and reviewing the weirdest and wildest rides on the planet. And yeah, there's a link to the Slate's official site in the video description if you want to nerd out over every spec and accessory. Now here's where it gets spicy. The Slate comes with two battery options: 52.7 kilowatt hours for 150 miles or 84.3 kilowatt hours for up to 240 miles. You get a single rear-wheel drive motor making 201 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque, which, let's be honest, isn't going to win you any street races, but it'll get you to the farmer's market just fine. 0 to 60 in 8 seconds, top speed of 90 miles per hour, and it can tow 1,000 pounds. Payload? 433 pounds. Curb weight? 3,602 pounds. That's around the same as a Ford Maverick, which Slate is definitely gunning for. Charging it is decent. DC fast charging up to 120 kilowatts, so you're getting 20% to 80% in about 30 minutes if you're lucky, or a full charge in 4 to 8 hours on an 11 kilowatt AC charger. It uses a NACS port like Tesla, which means you'll have charging options that don't involve sacrificing a goat to the EV gods. Safety-wise, it's aiming for a 5-star NCAP rating and already includes goodies like forward collision warning, pedestrian detection, and up to 8 airbags. ABS wasn't listed, but come on, it has to be there. I believe that's legally required if you're not building soapbox derby racers. Now the size is where I got emotionally attached. The Slate is 174.6 inches long, which is shorter than a Civic hatchback. The bed's 5 feet long, which is longer than a Maverick's, and it holds 35.1 cubic feet of whatever you want. Probably not regret, unless you forget to charge it. The frunk? Drainable and 7 cubic feet, which means you can ice down drinks and tell your friends you brought the world's most responsible party cooler. Inside, it's like if IKEA and Radio Shack had a baby in the 80s. Flat dash, big glove box, and optional everything. Like seriously, crank windows are standard. Crank windows. I haven't seen one of those since I borrowed my uncle's Corolla in 2002. If you want power windows, door pockets, center console, or even speakers, you'll have to buy them from the accessories catalog. Or use your own Bluetooth speaker, which Slate will kindly give you a mount for. There's no infotainment screen, just a place to mount your phone or tablet. They say this gives you freedom, but it mostly gives you distracted driving citations unless you're a magician with Google Maps. They are working on a Slate app for updates and car settings, but still, it's bold. I think the minimalist interior will be a love it or hate it thing. Personally, I like the vibe, especially those little snap-on slatelet badges for the dash. It's like Tamagotchis for dashboard styling. Now let's talk customizing. Slate's got over 100 accessories and even wrap kits. Yes, vinyl wrap kits you can slap on yourself. You can make your Slate look like a retro off-roader, a delivery van, or an urban ninja. The wraps start at $500 and they'll even install them for you. There are also lift kits, lowering kits, beefy bumpers, extra lights, different grills, and even whole conversion kits to turn your truck into an SUV with more seats and airbags. I think I like the customization part the most. It's wild how much character you can give this little thing. Production is scheduled for late 2026, and yes, it's being built in Indiana, proudly made in the US, according to Slate, as part of its mission to reindustrialize America. Starting price will be under $27,500 before incentives and less than $20,000 after incentives. That's cheap enough to tempt your inner impulse buyer. But watch out, those accessories will rack up fast. The base truck is kind of a stylish go-kart until you spend a couple thousand more. You can reserve one now for $50, which they say is fully refundable if you chicken out. I don't know, man. For the price of a dinner date in LA, reserving one sounds like a great story, even if you never buy it. So yeah, the Slate might just be the modular, minimalist, mildly ridiculous EV truck we didn't know we needed. Or maybe it's the next big thing. Either way, it's got my attention.